Hello and welcome to Flipped Maths with Mrs. D. Hoog. Our topic today is multiplication facts, and we are learning to recall the facts for 7, 9, 11 and 12. Let's start off with the keywords for today's lesson. We have multiplication. When you add a number to itself a certain number of times, that's what multiplication is. An example is 6 times 2 is the same as 6 plus 6. So you're just adding 6 with itself 2 times. So multiplication facts is the next one, which is basically the times tables. 6 times 2 equals 12 is a multiplication fact. Now, today we'll be focusing on these ones here, 7, 9, 11 and 12. So let's start off with, just make sure I can get this in, let's start off with the 7s. Okay. There we go. Alright, so with the 7 times tables, or the multiplication facts for 7s, we can go through the rule, or the tip, which is 5 times the number you're timesing by 7, and then add that to the answer of 2 times the number you're timesing by 7. Alright, so I'll just go through an example here. Just get my pen. Alright. So, for example, we have 7 times 3 equals 21. Now, to work this one out, we can write here 7 times 3 equals what? Well, if you're wondering, let's just write 21 because we know that for sure. Now, to work this one out, you can just go 3 times 5 and then 3 times 2. The reason we break it up and times them by 5 and 2 is because 5 plus 2 equals 7. So we're just basically splitting it up and then adding all of the answers at the end to find out what the total is. So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 2 is 6. So with this one here, you can then go 15 plus 6 equals, so you go 6 plus 5 is 11, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 21 for that one. So let's look at another, the next one, sorry, for the 9 times tables. Let's rub this one out quickly. There we go. So for the 9s, let's move this back into the middle. For the 9s, a tip that you can follow is, let's just find the 9s, multiply the number by 10 and then subtract the number from that answer. So this might sound a bit confusing, so I'll just go through an example very quickly. So let's have an example. Let's say it's 9 times 6. Alright, so for 9 times 6, we can just multiply. I'm just going back to what the rule says, or the tip. You just multiply the number by 10. So I'm just multiplying this number, I'm multiplying with 9. So this number here. So multiply 6 by 10, which equals 60. And then after that, you simply subtract this number 6 from this total here. So 60 subtract 6 equals 54. And to double check that on our grid, we can just go across to 6, across or down to 9. Those two together multiplied equal 54. Wonderful. So the next one we're going to look at are the 11s. And with the 11s, it's pretty much just repeat the digit, but that's only up to 9 times 11. After that, it's best just to try and remember those last 2 facts. Or 3 facts, sorry, for the 10 times 11, 11 times 11 and 12 times 11. So just going through an example of just repeating the digit. Let's say we have 6 times 11. You just repeat this digit here twice. Simple as that. Same for 8 times 11, 88. This is quite a popular one with a lot of my students because it's really fun and easy. And lucky last we have the 12s. To remember the 12 times tables, it's very similar to the 7. This is how we break it up into multiplying by 2 and then by 5 and then adding up the total. For the 12s, I'll just move this that way. At the bottom here we have 10 times plus 2 times the number. So let's just go through an example very quickly. Let's say we have 4 times 12. So that's our question, or a problem to solve. So we just multiply 4 by 10 and then 4 by 2. I want you to have a think about why we were multiplying 4 here by 10 and 2. Just have a think for a moment. Right, well the answer is because 10 plus 2 is 12. So we're just breaking up this number here and multiplying them by 4 and then adding it up at the end. So 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times 2 is 8. So 40 plus 8 is 48. I actually quite like this one, and I don't think I was taught it when I was in primary school. It's a really exciting one for those people who struggle with the 12 times tables. And that's the end of the examples time. Now it's your turn. Just going to cover that one up. There we go. So here are some questions for you to work on in your maths sheet. What I need you to do is use these tips here on the side to help you out if you need to. And these questions are 5 times 7, 7 times 4, 9 times 8, 9 times 2, 5 times 11, 11 times 7, 12 times 8, 5 times 12. So make sure you pause the video now and have a go at answering these questions using these tips over here. Alright, so now that we've finished the lesson, make sure you record at least one real world example of this topic in box 3 on your math sheet, and also any comments and questions that you have after watching this video in box 4, please. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it has helped you to understand this maths topic and on multiplication facts for 7, 9, 11 and 12.